We're going to look at using turtle to escape. Notice I'm not saying turtle defense, because I don't really like hanging out there and just making it hard for somebody to get me. There's definitely times where somebody might have enough pressure on you that you are playing a little bit protective, trying to keep them from getting a choke. But you moved from a pin on your back usually to this pin on your elbows and knees. You have mobility again, and if you're not using it, you're not taking advantage of the position, especially considering the trade of exposing your back. So let's look at, like, especially if he's like cross-facing me or something like that. This is one of the scenarios where I might have to roll up to turtle, where that's the most open path to me. The first thing we want to look at is moving immediately. Like, don't hang out here if you don't have to. Just sit out. So the sit out is the classic escape from turtle. I'm just folding under his pressure and weight. So he's got that pressure and weight on me. I'm not trying to lift it at all. That gives him exposure on the neck for a choke. It also kind of pins me in place, especially if they're my size or bigger. So from here, I'm actually collapsing. I'm folding under his weight, and this leg is folding in to block him from closing the gap. That's all it needs to do. Once I'm there, I get to spin out, and now he's passing open guard, or if he's been continuing to drive forward, I might be catching him in my guard from there. Half guard is perfectly acceptable. Remember, we're going from pin to if I get to 50-50, I'm happy, right? And similar principle to the idea that we were working this last week of often if I go with a takedown or something like that, I can salvage it and get at least a 50-50, if not something better. So if I'm fixed on, I need to go from turtle to control, that can be really difficult. But if I'm just perfectly happy to get to a 50-50, then I have a lot more doors. Okay, so let's go a little bit further into it. The next thing we want to think about is, like, we've hit here, they've had enough time to go on the attack, right? So now I'm protecting a little bit. I'm just making it difficult for him to get control of my neck. So I'm blocking, moving to, and I want to secure one of the arms. So if I can get this 2-on-1, I've got a lot of different ways I can go with it. The classic is the wrestle up. I dive my head to the outside, I climb his arm, and I get control. This works if he tries to recover his arm. So that's the cue for it. I've grabbed it, he wants it back, right? So he's going to choke, I got it, he wants that arm back, I get to come up with it. The mistake is if he stays heavy on it, if he's driving and maybe attacking with that other arm, and then I'm trying to come up, I'm getting in this bent, compromised position. I don't like that. And so again, from here, this can just be my path out to a 50-50. So if he's driving, still trying to choke, I get to sit out, and there again is my half guard or open guard control. But now I'm in an even better position because I've got this arm, I can pull him in, I can start threatening it from there. If you're just flattened down and you're keeping yourself safe, like, yes, you're winning the game a bit, you're making it hard for them to get you, but that's not the point of the position. I mean, do it if you need to catch your wind, something like that, sure. But you don't want that to be your go-to, right? You're only going to be like just strictly defending if there's some compelling reason, like you're exhausted, or you're in the competition, you're up on points. But again, that's a game. I don't want to stay there because there's so many submissions available. The ability for him to pull me back into other control positions, hit me if that was involved. So I'm going to be moving through this guard position, and I keep active the whole time. I'm not stalling there at all. Let's look at one other one that can come up. So we look kind of at this side and front angle. That sit out will come out a lot. If he's more towards my back, I'm going to swim this arm through and come back here. So I'm blocking his leg, and then I'm folding that way. So my movement is to come through here and roll over. So he's going like he wants to take my back, I'm blocking that, right? So if he wants to take my back, he doesn't get to anymore because of this. There is that choke threat, so he's probably after my neck, and that's okay. I'm just going to block and dive through and go for a reversal there. If I can block that leg in, I'm good. And again, if he kicks back, anytime he gives me space, I sit up, forget half time. Okay, so those are a few basic paths to utilize the turtle position. Anything you like? You want to add?